Alright, y'all, so basically, I decided to do my analysis on Avatar, which was made in 2009 by James Cameron. And understanding mise en scène a little bit more, I think that's how you say it, it really truly made me understand the film and appreciate it for really what it was. If we start off at the beginning of the movie, you could see Jake, after his accident, he really had no purpose and he felt like he didn't belong there, which is why the beginning of this movie was very boring to me, honestly, and I was probably through the color scheme of the movie, because on Earth, everything was so grayscale. It had color, but it wasn't vibrant. It was very dull, like his mood, honestly. It was emphasizing how he was feeling in the beginning of the film. And once he went to Pandora, you saw an immediate transition. Here was one of his first nights on the planet, and yeah, and he was by himself. He didn't know what to do, but he was just amazed at everything he saw. He was curious, he was excited, he was energetic, and you can see that in his environment and in his body language. Like, the acting he was having really emphasized the change in his mood, and you can even see it in the colors and how vibrant the screen was. Everything was popping out at you. And when he was on Earth, it wasn't like that. On Pandora specifically, they're very community oriented and they take care of their planet. As you can see here, they're praying over one of the people at the top of the tree. They're calling to their ancestors to hope that he can be saved. They're trying to transfer souls over here from this body to that body permanently. They're very spiritual people and they take care of what they care about, which is something that the humans didn't have on Earth, which is why Jake felt more connected to these people here, which you can see it was a calling, clearly, because even Pandora accepted him. And you can even see in this image here how Pandora is just such a pretty place. It's being so well taken care of. Like the colors are very vibrant, the sun is shining, the hues are nice, it's vibrant, it's colorful. It almost gives off a peaceful environment, which is what Pandora really embodied. But you can see something that was human-made, man-made, it's destroyed, which is basically how Earth was supposed to look at the time, because it is in the future. And basically what the film was trying to portray was like anything that the humans touch, they kind of destroy, which is what was happening throughout the entire movie. They were trying to invade Pandora and they were destroying everything in the process. Going back to this image, you can see how he just was like really out of place, honestly. He didn't really have any sense of belonging. But if we go to this next image, you can clearly see like how different he is as a person. The screen really jumped out at you again. Like, the colors were very bright and you can see that he like had a purpose and he felt like one with these people, because he didn't feel like that on Earth. He had no real connection to these people because that's not what Earth was about. And because of like all these bright hues, you can really see and feel the emotion jumping out at you off of the screen. But overall, I would say that the transition from the grayish, dark blue, flat tones and colors in the beginning of the movie to the end of the movie, with even the characters themselves, like humans had no color, no nothing. They just looked regular. But the Na'vi people, they had bioluminescent dots all over their bodies. They were bright blue. They were happier. You could tell the humans reflected their emotions, and so did the Na'vis. The humans felt boring. They felt like they were just in this rut. The Na'vi, they were very caring. They helped. They were happy. So you could see that in their color, their body language, how they act with one another. And the transition from Earth to Pandora really emphasized the difference between those two groups of people and showed how not only that the future is unpredictable, but the fact that something that you can take care of, something that you do take care of, will last, which is what the Na'vi people were trying to show the people of Earth, which is mostly the plot of the movie, because they weren't seeing eye to eye on that subject. But I think James Cameron did a really good job with the hues and the color scheme of the movie. He really embodied that futuristic look in both Earth and Pandora with all of the bright colors, but he really emphasized the differences between the two groups with the colors specifically. and the hues specifically, because he made sure Earth was very monochromatic, very flat almost. And on Pandora, everything was so vibrant and colorful, and it really showed people's emotions and their passion behind it, and basically how humans had no real passion except violence and fights and damaging what was sacred to other people, and how the Navi people had so much passion for everything on the planet, even the animals.